round two. In my last video, I covered the Aussies, and now to cover my classic Brits. So, started the Aussie video with Bradman, so I got to start the UK, aka England team with some Hobbs. I only have a couple of his cards signed, but they're good ones. Very nice 1934 John Players, a nice Churchman's caricature. Hobbs with one of the best signatures in the game. Gotta love his signature. He signed a good number of items, so his signatures are pretty attainable for someone on any kind of budget, hopefully. I know I'm going to be doing mostly cards here, but wanted to share a few more autographs I have from Hobbs. There's a couple just cut autographs. Here you have a nice postcard, like that one. And here you have just a newspaper clipping from his older years. Always puts things in perspective when you get to see a legend who was so athletic age. But there you have him meeting the king. And then I did a little teaser last video. This is the Aussie team. Why am I showing that? Well, for some reason, this Aussie cricket postcard from 34 was signed not by the Aussie team, but signed by a number of the players from the England team. So you got Patsy Hendren and a bunch of other good players of the era, but there you have your Hobbs. So cool little postcard. A little strange, but I like those oddball items. All right, so on to the rest of the Brits. We've got David Gower. Got a number of his autographs. He was a pretty prolific signer. He's actually got some cards in the new top set. This would be considered one of his rookie cards, one of his rarer rookie cards from 1979, the second series Bassett. Not in great condition, but I love the signature. Got the third series Bassett there. This would be considered another rookie card. This is Top Trumps. And another Top Trumps. You can see these are actually the same photo. You would think that they're the same card, but if you look at the stats, you will see that they are not. So the one on the right was issued earlier. Same back, everything else looks the same. Here you've got a County Print Services Gower from early 90s, 92, 93. On to the other G. We went from Gower now to Gooch. Nice little selection of Gooch's autographs. What a nice set this was, by the way. Futura Elite. Definitely we're going for the Fleer Flare design. For those of you that don't know what that is, there was an American card maker named Fleer, and they had a really nice set starting in 93. I think it went through maybe like 97. That basically Futura copied for this, but it was a good one to copy. It's a good set. This is an early Gooch card, the second series of Bassett. The first series of Bassett would have been one of his rookie cards, so this is a second year. It's another Futura Elite. Really sharp. Early Futura. This is one of the unscratched, which is always nice to get. Buttercup. Nice to get that. I've got two copies of this one from County Print Services. Cool caricature. Clashes for the Ashes. And I want to say this one This one is this one might be second year. I think this is a 79 actually. But really early, you can see he's only got 7 caps at that point. All right, now for some Ian Botham action. Here's a very early Botham card. I want to say this is second year because I think he's only got 1 card from 1978. That's his first series of Bassett. This would be a 79. And then that's really my only vintage signed Botham card. Got a couple more modern signed Bothams, and then he's also in the new top sets that have been put out. So I've got some of his tops cards as well, but this is really focused on vintage cards signed by vintage players. I do have a nice, I guess this is a postcard. It's kind of just like an oversized, I don't know what you'd call it, advertisement card or something, but I like that one. On to Derek Underwood. Got a nice little selection of Underwood cards. These are the same. Alan Knott. Couple of his. That's the first series of Bassett, which is always a nice one to get. And I mentioned earlier that I had the Ian Chappell rookie. This is the Jeffrey Boycott rookie. So Jeff Boycott, that's actually a pretty nice copy. These cards are very condition sensitive, so you'll see a lot of these are pretty jacked up. Happy to get that signed rookie card from Boycott. Here you've got the Brearleys. You've got a first series Bassett. And I want to say this is the 1978 version of the, or maybe this might be a 79 version of the Top Trumps. Also a nice photo here. Can't remember if this was a, yeah, I think this was the century that Boycott made. There's actually some story behind this. I got to look it up. I can't remember exactly what it was, but Boycott making a century here, and I want to say it was a pretty big milestone for him. Got Bob Willis, Jim Laker, and here you got a nice vintage Frank Woolley signed from 1926. I think that's my only signed Woolley card, so happy to have that. This next stack is really nice. Got some more signed rookie cards here. These ones from 38. So Dennis Compton, really nice image. Love that Ogden's. Great signature, one of the best. Have a couple more Compton rookies signed. These are the 38 John Players, one of the most common cards, but man, how about that signature? Look at those matching 38 signed Compton cards. Got some turfs, 2 different turfs from the 50s. And then his partner in crime here, Len Hutton, signed rookie card. Not 1, but 3. This one's my favorite though. He signed it 364. That's an epic card. I love that card. And a 3rd Hutton rookie card. The first one of these, by the way, the first Hutton and the first Compton that I found a signed rookie card, I was like losing it. I couldn't believe it. So now I've got 3, which just, I like each one of them. They're all really cool. And here you've got a signed Hutton turf card. And these cards were, I want to say, introduced in maybe the 40s or early 50s. Can't remember exactly, but these are basically the cricket clubs and badges cards, and this is a Hutton signature. Moving on, we got great wicket keeper Leslie Ames. Got some of his vintage cards Signed. I mean, how cool is it to get 1930s cards signed by great players that have unfortunately not been around, or haven't been around for a while. It's a Colin Cowdrey. Speaking of which, how about that? Look at that. The back is obviously not in good condition, but that's really cool. Awesome Sutcliffe. I'm lucky enough to have 2 signed Sutcliffe cards. One of my favorite players to collect. One of the best batsmen of all time. Another great batsman, Peter May. Peter May signed badge card. Like to collect him as well. Here you've got a pair of signed Tom Graveney rookie cards from the early 50s, turf. Here you've got his first series Barrett from 56. 61. And now on to Bedser. Got both brothers, but Alec being the Hall of Famer. First glance, you might think these are the same card, but they are not. They are 2 different, same face, I think, maybe, but 2 different bodies. So I believe one of these is his rookie card. Here you got his signature with his brother. So both of the Bedser brothers, it says on here that it was from, I guess, a match against South Africa at Lord's in 1994. So they would have been older. I'm not sure exactly how old, but probably toward the tail end of their life. Got one of the great batsmen of all time, Ken Barrington. This is actually a pretty hard to find rookie card of Ted Dexter unsigned, so getting a signed copy is really, really cool. This is the 59 Giants in Sport, the same set that Althea Gibson's rookie card's in, but Ted Dexter rookie right there. And I think he looks like a famous person. If you agree, tell me which famous person you think Ted Dexter resembled. A lot of images of him. And here you go, Freddie Truman. A devastating bowler. This is his rookie card from 1956. Got that signed. I love that card. Just a great image. I love it so much I got 2 of them. Top trumps. And I think we've only got a couple more in here. This is Brian Statham. And just got a couple more signatures over here. This is a very nice Hutton postcard. And just got a couple other cut signatures over here. I figured I'd show. Colin Cowdrey. Here's a Jeffrey Boycott signed ticket. And Freddie Truman cut signature. There you go. Covered a lot of ground here. Hope that you enjoyed that. And like I said, if you want to see more, got a lot of other signed cards here that I haven't probably shown a lot of these on the channel. So let me know what you think. Have a good one.